Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right everybody, thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it. We got some December solicitations. Let's talk about it. The King in Black is fully solicited. We know what's coming. In fact, the first two issues are hitting and dropping in December, and that's exciting. But of course, you can't have an event over at Marvel without a shitload of tie-ins. So let's get into the ones that we know of right now. First of all, there are a couple one-shots that are going to be debuting in December. First of all, The King in Black Immortal Hulk. So Immortal Hulk's getting his own King in Black one-shot tie-in. It's going to be written by Al Ewing with artwork by Aaron Kuder. That seems pretty freaking nifty. Then we have an Iron Man Doctor Doom King in Black one-shot, and that's by the typical Doctor Doom team of Chris Cantwell, who's also now writing Iron Man starting this week, and artist Salvador Larroca. We also have a 5-issue Namor King in Black series debuting. It's written by Kurt Busiek. That is exciting, seeing more work from Kurt Busiek. He was one of my favorite comic book writers in the 90s, so that's neat. But a 5-issue Namor series? Man, come on. We also got tie-ins to Spider-Woman and Venom tying into King in Black in their own titles, and we have a relaunch of Black Cat #1 with the original, not the original, but the writer of the previous Black Cat series, Jed MacKay. This is also going to be a King in Black tie-in. So expect more of these in January and February and so on. I definitely would. But I like the one-shot approach. I think that's better than just a string of miniseries. The Namor doesn't necessarily need to be a miniseries, probably, but is Kurt Busiek doing Namor? So I'm definitely going to be checking that one out. Brian Michael Bendis is ending his Superman work in December. His final issues of Action Comics and Superman arrive in December. It's Action Comics 1028, Superman 28. I like the synchronicity there. I think that's cool. I'm excited for Bendis' run to end. I think Supes needs some fresh blood, a new take, a new direction. However, whoever takes over Superman, and there are some strong rumors right now that maybe Mark Waid's finally getting the gig, which I would be 100% down for. Those are just rumors though. But whoever picks up Superman after Bendis, they got a lot of mess to clean up probably if they want to. Generation Shattered is going to be a one-shot comic book, $10, 80 pages. In December. This is what it is. You remember with the 5G stuff that never happened? It's not happening. Some things are being salvaged. In this week's Detective Comics 1027, for instance, one of the stories is in there. They're doing the John Ridley story as its own out-of-continuity miniseries, the new Batman thing, right? But Generations Shattered is a one-shot where a lot of this work that was already done on 5G, that's where it's going to go. Why waste money on the talent when they've already done the work? Just put it out in some kind of form, right? So you're getting this one-shot, and it's being approached as basically a what-if type situation, but whatever. Batman Black and White is returning in December with a 6-issue prestige format, 48-page each issue series. Very excited about this. Batman Black and White has always been fun, always cool, getting top-tier talent, doing really cool takes on Batman, and all in black and white. For this upcoming miniseries, we got work from such great talent as Paul Dini, Andy Kubert, J.H. Williams III, Tom King, Mitch Gerrits, Dustin Weaver, G. Willow Wilson, James Tynion IV, Josh Williamson, and that list continues on, so I'm always excited to see Batman Black and White. I think it's going to be great. 6 issues, prestige format, starts in December. Endless Winter over at DC. We finally know what it is. It's a crossover. It's a crossover between a bunch of Justice League type stuff, and it's all contained in the month of December. It somehow involves some kind of a force or a being who shows up, and all kinds of commotion starts happening at the former presence of the Fortress of Solitude. So the Fortress of Solitude used to be in the Arctic Circle, then it's put in the Bermuda Triangle, right? But wherever the fortress used to be, something's happening. I'm sure it's something that was at one time imprisoned by Superman or something. I don't really know. Details are sketchy, but it is written by Andy Lanning and Ron Mars. It's going to have 2 Justice League Endless Winter specials. They're one-shots, 1 and 2. They're the bookends, and the basic way that the story is going to go, and I think it's 9 parts. It goes Justice League Endless Winter #1, into Flash 767, into Superman Endless Winter #1, into Aquaman 66, into Justice League 58, into Teen Titans Endless Winter #1, into Justice League Dark #29, into Black Adam Endless Winter #1, and it wraps all up with Justice League Endless Winter #1. All of these books, including the crossover issues, are all going to be written by Lanning and Mars. So I think ultimately, I just want to get a good story. I don't usually like it when they do this kind of forced crossover into all these other titles, but whatever, there you go. Batman Catwoman, the long-awaited series by Tom King and Clay Mann, is finally going to see its initial release, its first issue release, I should say, in December. So there you go. I'm excited to see what they do with the Phantasm, because that has been teased like crazy. We got 3 new death metal tie-ins for December, and they make this really cool connecting Gary Frank cover that's pretty freaking awesome for an old school DC fan. I really like it. First of all, you got Death Metal Secret Origin, and this is going to be written by Scott Snyder and Jeff Johns, so I'm really excited to see what's going to be coming out of this one. We have the last stories of the DC Universe with work by Snyder, Tynion, and Williamson, as well as Mark Waid, Jeff Lemire, Mariko Tamaki, Christopher Sabella, and others. We also have the last 52 War of the Multiverses with work from Mags Visaggio, from Kyle Higgins, from Snyder, Tynion, Williamson, from Matthew Rosenberg, from Justin Jordan, and more. And that's incredibly exciting to me. Also, we got more of the Tales from the Dark Multiverse one-shots, basically DC doing what-if type things related around their big events. We got a Crisis on Infinite Earths one-shot. It's going to be written by Steve Orlando. Steve Orlando knows his Crisis, and I'm really excited for that one. We have Tales from the Dark Multiverse Metal, which is going to be written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing, and I'm a really big fan of their work, especially they did a Vault book not so long ago called Sojicon that was absolutely amazing, and they're doing this story along with consultation from Scott Snyder, a what-if version of Metal. And then we have Wonder Woman War of the Gods. That one's going to be written by Vita Ayala. I really like their work, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. From Vault, we have Resonant. That's right, Resonant returns in December with issue #6, kicking off the second story arc, and I couldn't be more excited. I love the initial story arc of Resonant. If you haven't checked it out, it is a visceral, great post-apocalyptic book that I just love. Absolutely. I'll throw a link in the description down below if you want to check it out and support PCP all at the same time. But I'm really excited that it's getting its second volume. It's got a different artist this time. It's Skylar Patridge, who was the artist over at Relics of Youth. However, Jason Wordie. And at first that kind of took me aback, because I was like, ooh, I don't know if that style is going to fit in on Aragon style, right? But Jason Wordie's still coloring it, and based on that cover, 100%, wow. Very excited to see the return of Resonant from DB Andre, Vault Comics and Company. Wonder Woman 84 has been delayed again. So it was already delayed out to October. Now it's delayed to around Christmas time. I anticipated this. I would be surprised if it actually releases on Christmas. We'll see what's going on, right? I'm ready for movies too, everybody. I am as well. Speaking of movies, I saw that Dune trailer. So I've never been the biggest Dune fan. I watched that movie a couple times. I think the last time I watched it was in high school, so we're talking about over 20 years ago. But that new trailer looks really dope. Looks really clean, looks really stylish. And I thought it looked great. It has an amazing cast. Holy cow, does it have an amazing cast. I love the usage of the Pink Floyd song. I'm excited. I'm excited to check it out. In fact, I'm going to be rewatching Dune probably after Horror Fest, but I'll be rewatching it. And speaking of Horror Fest, you know we're big Scream fans here. Scream 5, we've been talking about it. All the cast members returning. Neve Campbell's officially returning, as she should. You can't do a Scream movie without Sydney as long as Sydney's alive. Is she still going to be the ultimate final girl, or will she be one of the first ones to get got? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out, and they really got me excited for Scream 5 now. I'm 100% on board. Granted, before that, I was 97% on board, but now I'm 100% on board. So that's what we got for you this week. That's what's That's what we're about. What is coming up here at PCP? Well, tonight, Rockin Robbie Live, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll be talking about a lot of this news and other things, looking at this upcoming week's new comics, talking about our favorite comic books of last week, doing top fives, all kinds of fun, zany craziness every week on Rockin Robbie Live, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. So join us tonight. Don't forget, Horror Fest is in full swing. So join us Friday night for our look at Cabin in the Woods, the first winner of the first PCP Army movie poll. That's right, very exciting. And if you're in the PCP Army, and if you're not, you should join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Right now, pinned at the top of the group, we got our last and final Horror Fest poll, Stephen King edition. Right now, Salem's Lot's winning. That's what me, Dylan, and some of the others want to win. But we're excited, but get your vote in, get your say, because we'll be reviewing that movie the week of Halloween. So thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know any of your thoughts in the comments down below. We really do appreciate it. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Keep on living.